Sleep, the mysterious condition that consumes a third of our lives, continues to defy our understanding. In a society that values ruthless productivity, most of us neglect this vital need and sleep less than 6 hours a night. This is a standard that experts describe as inadequate and unhealthy. The quest for perfect sleep has become a modern obsession. People are desperately searching the internet for answers to insomnia and techniques to improve the quality of their rest. So are we asking the right questions? Doctors, sleep is the foundation on which health is built, says neuroscientist and best-selling author of Why We Sleep, Matthew Walker. This statement reflects a profound truth that many of us intuit but often ignore in practice. Sleep deprivation isn't just a minor inconvenience, it is a serious threat to our physical and mental health. Recent studies published in the Journal of Sleep Research show a direct relationship between inadequate sleep and a range of health problems, including decreased cognitive function, depression, and a weakened immune system. If you're reading this and understand the struggle for better sleep, know that you're not alone. Join us on this journey of discovery and transformation. Share your experiences in the comments and don't forget to subscribe for more content that can change your life literally overnight. One of the most common mistakes we make is underestimating our need for sleep. The National Sleep Foundation recommends 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night for adults. But many of us operate from a chronic deficit, mistakenly believing that we can train our bodies to function with less. Doctor from Harvard Medical School Charles Chiesler compares sleep deprivation to drunkenness. Staying awake for 24 hours impairs cognitive abilities as much as a blood alcohol level of 0.1%. This shocking comparison puts into perspective the risk we take by neglecting our sleep. One of the most insidious villains of modern sleep is the blue light emitted by our electronic devices. Using smartphones, tablets, and computers before bed disrupts our natural circadian rhythm by suppressing the production of melatonin, the sleep hormone. Researcher Doctor from Brigham and Women's Hospital Amory Chong found that using electronic devices before bed not only delays the onset of sleep but also reduces the amount of REM sleep, which is vital for memory consolidation and humor regulation. Another common misconception is the belief that we can make up for the sleep we lose during the week by sleeping more on the weekends. Unfortunately, science does not support this theory. From the University of Pittsburgh, Daniel Bice explains, sleep is like eating. You can't make up for weeks of poor nutrition with a single weekend feast. Caffeine, beloved by many, can be a silent sleep saboteur. Its stimulating effect can last up to 8 hours, which means afternoon coffee may affect your night's sleep. The American Academy of Sleep Medicine recommends avoiding caffeine at least 6 hours before bed. Alcohol, often used as a nighttime sedative, is another enemy of quality sleep. Although it induces sleep more quickly, it disrupts sleep cycles, leading to fragmented, less restorative rest. A study published in the journal Alcoholism, Clinical and Experimental Research showed that even moderate amounts of alcohol significantly reduced sleep quality. Sleep anxiety is a growing phenomenon. Paradoxically, excessive worry about sleep can itself cause insomnia. Director of the Sleep and Health Research Program at the University of Arizona, Dr. Michael Grandner warns, the more you worry about sleep, the harder it becomes to sleep. A relaxation routine before bed is crucial for quality sleep. Sleep psychologist Dr. Ruben Naiman suggests, treat sleep as a toggle, not a switch you can turn on and off. Activities like reading, meditating, and even folding laundry can signal to your body that it's time to slow down. Consistency is key when it comes to sleep. Having a regular bedtime and wake-up time, even on weekends, helps regulate the body's biological clock. Chronobiologist Dr. Till Renneberg emphasizes, your body loves routine. The more consistent your sleep pattern is, the easier it is for your body to adapt and provide quality sleep. The bedroom environment plays a very important role in sleep quality. The National Sleep Foundation recommends keeping the bedroom dark, quiet, and cool, with a temperature between 15.6 degrees Celsius and 19.4 degrees Celsius. These ideal conditions promote melatonin production and facilitate the onset and maintenance of sleep. The relationship between exercise and sleep is complex. While regular physical activity can significantly improve sleep quality, exercising too close to bedtime can have the opposite effect. Dr. Stuart Kwan of Harvard Medical School recommends avoiding intense exercise at least 3 hours before bed. Food also directly affects our sleep. Heavy meals close to bedtime can cause discomfort and make sleep difficult. On the other hand, going to bed hungry can be equally devastating. Nutritionist Lisa Moskovitz recommends a small, light meal rich in complex carbohydrates and lean proteins about 2 to 3 hours before bed. Excessive use of electronic devices not only affects sleep due to blue light, but can also create hypervigilance. Doctor, a psychiatrist at UCLA. Dan Siegel explains that the constant flow of information keeps our brains on alert and makes it difficult to relax, which is necessary for deep sleep. The practice of mindfulness and meditation has been recognized as a powerful tool for improving sleep. A study published in JAMA Internal Medicine showed that regularly practicing mindfulness can reduce insomnia and improve overall sleep quality. The concept of sleep debt is often misunderstood. Many believe that hours of lost sleep can accumulate throughout the week and pay off on the weekends. However, Dr. from Harvard Medical School, Lawrence Epstein warns that lost sleep cannot be fully regained and irregular patterns can further disrupt our circadian rhythm. The position we sleep in can also affect the quality of our sleep. Research shows that sleeping on your side can help reduce snoring and sleep apnea, while sleeping on your back can make these problems worse. Dr. Mehmetas recommends sleeping on the left side to improve digestion and circulation. The impact of sleep on mental health is profound. Dr. Psychologist Allison Harvey of UC Berkeley found that insufficient sleep can not only worsen existing mental health conditions but also increase the risk of developing disorders such as depression and anxiety. The relationship between sleep and body weight is bidirectional. Lack of sleep can affect hormones that regulate appetite, leading to weight gain, while being overweight can also contribute to sleep problems such as apnea. From the University of Chicago, Eve Van Cotter showed that sleep deprivation can increase levels of the hunger hormone ghrelin. The concept of chronotype, our natural preference to sleep and wake up at certain times, attracts attention in sleep research. Known as the sleep doctor, Dr. Michael Breas argues that understanding our chronotype can help us optimize not only our sleep, but also our productivity and overall well-being. Mattress and pillow quality is often underestimated. Doctor from the National Sleep Foundation, Natalie Dodovich emphasizes that adequate support is vital to prevent aches and pains that can disrupt sleep. He recommends changing your mattress every 7 to 10 years and your pillows every 1 to 2 years. Often seen as just an annoyance, snoring can be a sign of more serious health problems, such as sleep apnea. Doctor from Stanford Sleep Medicine Center, Rafael Palayo warns that persistent snoring should not be ignored and deserves medical evaluation. Exposure to natural light throughout the day is crucial for regulating our circadian rhythm. Dr. Sleep Neurologist Phyllis Z recommends getting at least 30 minutes of sunlight exposure in the morning to help synchronize our internal biological clock. The use of sleep supplements such as melatonin is becoming increasingly common. But director of the UCLA Sleep Disorders Center, Alon Avidam warns that these supplements should be used with caution and under medical guidance, as they can interact with other medications and cause side effects. Finally, it is important to know that sleep needs vary from person to person and can change throughout life. Dr. Matthew Walker acknowledges that sleep is a pillar of health and well-being, emphasizing that we should prioritize sleep as much as diet and exercise. The impact of shift work on sleep is a matter of increasing concern. Doctor from Rush University Medical Center, Charmaine Eastman underlines that night work goes against our natural circadian rhythm and increases the risk of sleep disorders, accidents and long-term health problems. The relationship between sleep and creativity is fascinating. Dr. Penny Lewis from Cardiff University discovered that REM sleep plays a crucial role in consolidating memories and making creative connections. This explains why we often wake up with solutions to the problems that plagued us the day before. The phenomenon of social jet lag, the discrepancy between our biological clock and social demands, is increasingly recognized. Dr. Till Renneberg argues that many of us, especially those who have to get up early to work or study, live in a constant state of social jet lag, contrary to our natural rhythms. Sleep hygiene goes beyond avoiding caffeine and screens at night. Sleep psychologist Dr. Shelby Harris recommends creating a decompression ritual before bed, which may include aromatherapy, relaxing music, or deep breathing techniques. The impact of sleep on memory and learning is profound. Doctor from Harvard Medical School Robert Stickgold showed that sleep not only consolidates memories but also reorganizes them, strengthening important connections and discarding irrelevant information. The relationship between sleep and chronic pain is bidirectional. Doctor from Indiana University School of Nursing Julie Ott explains that pain can disrupt sleep, while lack of sleep can increase sensitivity to pain, creating a vicious cycle that's hard to break. The concept of digital hygiene gains importance in the discussion of healthy sleep. Charles Cheesler recommends creating a technology-free zone in the bedroom and imposing a digital curfew at least 1 hour before bedtime. The relationship between sleep and the immune system is very important. UCSF's Dr. Eric Prather found that people who slept less than 6 hours a night were 4 times more likely to catch a cold when exposed to the virus than those who slept more than 7 hours. The impact of sleep on decision-making is important. From Washington State University, Hans van Dongen has shown that sleep deprivation affects our ability to assess risks and make ethical decisions, and this has important consequences for responsible professionals. Restless legs syndrome, a neurological disorder that causes discomfort in the legs and an irresistible urge to move, affects 10% of the population. Doctor from Johns Hopkins University Richard Allen emphasizes the importance of diagnosing and treating this condition, which can significantly disrupt sleep. The role of sleep in emotional regulation is fundamental. Doctor from Stanford University Andrea Goldstein-Piekarski discovered that sleep deprivation increases activity in the amygdala, the region of the brain responsible for processing emotions, making us more sensitive to negative stimuli. The importance of sleep for athletes and physical performance is increasingly recognized. Dr. D, a sleep researcher at UCSF. Sherry Mall worked with NBA athletes and found that extending sleep time can significantly increase speed, accuracy, and reaction time. The concept of social sleep debt was introduced by Dr. Till Renneberg, will describe the cumulative difference between the sleep we need and the sleep we actually get due to social and professional pressures. He argues that this debt has serious consequences for public health. The relationship between sleep and longevity is interesting. Doctor from UC San Diego, a study led by Daniel F. Kripke found that people who slept an average of 6.5 to 7.5 hours per night lived longer than those who slept more or less than that, better. Finally, it is important to know that although there are many strategies to improve sleep, there is no one-size-fits-all solution. Former president of the American Academy of Sleep Medicine, Dr. Nathaniel Watson emphasizes the importance of a personalized approach to sleep, taking into account individual factors such as age, lifestyle, and health conditions. The effect of sleep on cardiovascular health is important. Director of Mount Sinai Heart, Dr. Valentin Fuster emphasizes that insufficient or poor quality sleep is associated with the risk of high blood pressure, heart disease, and stroke. He recommends prioritizing sleep as part of a comprehensive heart health strategy. The relationship between sleep and hormones is complex and bidirectional. From the University of Chicago, Eve Van Cotter has shown that sleep deprivation can lead to hormonal imbalances, affecting everything from metabolism to reproductive function. On the other hand, hormonal imbalances can disrupt sleep, creating a vicious cycle. The phenomenon of bedtime procrastination for revenge, delaying sleep to gain free time, is becoming increasingly common in societies with long working hours. Clinical psychologist Dr. Alessandra Ramos explains that while this behavior is understandable, it can lead to a harmful cycle of chronic sleep deprivation. The importance of sleep for mental health during pregnancy and the postpartum period is often underestimated. From Brown University, Catherine Sharkey underlines that sleep disorders experienced during these times can increase the risk of postpartum depression and affect the mother-baby bond. The concept of light hygiene attracts attention in sleep research. Doctor from Thomas Jefferson University George Brainerd explains that strategically limiting light exposure during the day and limiting exposure at night can significantly improve sleep quality and regulate your circadian rhythm. The relationship between sleep and chronic pain is complex. Doctor from Johns Hopkins University Michael Smith found that improving sleep can reduce pain sensitivity in patients with fibromyalgia and suggests that sleep therapy should be an integral part of chronic pain management. The impact of sleep on cognitive functions in older adults is particularly important. Dr. UC Berkeley's Bryce Mander showed that decreased slow-wave sleep in older adults is associated with decreased memory and may increase the risk of dementia. Chronic poor sleep syndrome is a condition that often goes undiagnosed. Dr. Charles Cheesler argues that many people live in a constant state of sleep deprivation without realizing it, adapting to a suboptimal level of functioning that affects their health and performance. The role of sleep in regulating body weight is increasingly recognized. From the University of Chicago, Aaron Hanlon found that sleep deprivation increases blood levels of endocannabinoids, the same compounds activated by marijuana, leading to increased appetite and consumption of high-calorie foods. The importance of sleep for immune function has gained new attention during the COVID-19 pandemic. Dr. UCSF's Eric Prather emphasizes that adequate sleep may improve vaccine response and increase resistance to viral infections. The concept of chronotherapy, which means adjusting the timing of drug administration according to the circadian rhythm, is gaining attention in sleep medicine. From the University of Texas, Dr. Michael Smolensky argues that synchronizing treatments with biological rhythms can increase effectiveness and reduce side effects. The relationship between sleep and creativity continues to attract the attention of researchers. Dr. from Cardiff University Penny Lewis suggests that REM sleep not only consolidates memories but also facilitates unusual connections between ideas, potentially boosting creativity and problem solving. The impact of sleep on financial decision-making is surprising. A study conducted by Dr. William Kilgore of the University of Arizona has shown that sleep deprivation can lead to riskier financial decisions, which can have important consequences for investors and financial market professionals. The relationship between sleep and the gut microbiome is an emerging area of research. Dr. from Stanford University Erica Sonnenberg suggests that disturbances in the circadian rhythm can affect the composition of the microbiome, potentially affecting digestive health and metabolism. Finally, it is very important to realize that improving sleep is a gradual and individual process. Dr. Matthew Walker emphasizes that small, consistent changes over time can lead to significant improvements in sleep quality, and therefore overall health and quality of life. The relationship between sleep and academic performance is especially important for students. From Brown University, Mary Carskadden showed that adolescents who get inadequate sleep have more difficulty concentrating, solving complex problems, and regulating emotions, which directly affects their academic performance. The concept of social jet lag attracts attention in sleep research. Dr. Till Renneberg argues that the discrepancy between our natural sleep schedules and social demands can lead to chronic health problems such as obesity and depression. The importance of sleep in consolidating emotional memory is fascinating. From the University of Notre Dame, Dr. Jessica Payne found that sleep helps process and integrate emotional memories, contributing to emotional resilience and mental health. The impact of sleep on sexual function is often underestimated. Dr. Yelena Deshko, a naturopath specializing in hormonal health, explains that inadequate sleep can lead to hormonal imbalances that affect libido and sexual performance in both genders. The relationship between sleep and chronic pain is bidirectional and complex. Dr. from Johns Hopkins University Patrick Finnan showed that improving sleep quality can significantly increase pain tolerance in patients with chronic conditions. The concept of information hygiene emerges as an important component of sleep hygiene. Cognitive neuroscientist Dr. Daniel Levitin argues that limiting exposure to stressful news and social media before bed can significantly improve sleep quality. The importance of sleep for metabolic health is increasingly recognized. Dr. from the Salk Institute, Satchidananda Panda found that aligning our eating and sleeping patterns with our circadian rhythm can improve blood sugar control and reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes. Sleep's impact on immune function goes beyond just preventing colds. From the University of Tübingen, Luciana Besedowski showed that deep sleep stimulates the production of T cells, which are crucial in fighting infections and cancer. The relationship between sleep and brain aging is intriguing. Dr. Maiken Nedergaard of the University of Rochester found that deep sleep facilitates the clearing of toxins from the brain, including proteins associated with Alzheimer's disease. The concept of chronopharmacology, which refers to the adjustment of drug administration timing according to circadian rhythm, is gaining importance. Dr. Francis Levi of the University of Warwick argues that synchronizing treatments with biological rhythms can increase the effectiveness and reduce the side effects of many drugs. The importance of sleep in emotional regulation in children is very important. From the University of Houston, Dr. Candace Alfano showed that children who get inadequate sleep have more difficulty processing positive emotions, which can affect their long-term social and emotional development. The impact of sleep on ethical decision-making is surprising. From Washington University, Christopher Barnes found that sleep deprivation can lead to unethical behavior in the workplace and highlighted the importance of adequate sleep for leaders and decision-makers. The relationship between sleep and creativity continues to fascinate researchers. Doctor from the Brain and Spinal Cord Institute in Paris, Delphine Idiot suggests that the state between sleep and wakefulness, known as hypnagogia, can be particularly productive for creative insights. The role of sleep in consolidating motor skills is very important for athletes and musicians. Doctor from Harvard Medical School Robert Stickgold showed that sleep after practicing a new motor skill can significantly improve performance, even without requiring additional practice. Finally, it's important to know that sleep science is constantly evolving. New discoveries are constantly improving our understanding of how sleep affects every aspect of our health and well-being. Dr. As Matthew Walker highlights, investing in quality sleep is one of the best things we can do for our physical, mental, and emotional health. By prioritizing sleep, we not only improve our nights, we also fundamentally transform our daytime lives.